I don't know. I just wish the days. I miss the days SL hits within an hour or max 2 to 3 hours of executing a trade if you are wrong. I don't know why price will be playing around like this so much. And but whatever happens, I'll be waiting. Okay, weekly analysis for this coming week. This is GBP USD. This is last week range, the range high and then the range low. And you can see price is coming from another block. This candle mitigated this other block. Why is this other block valid? Because itself is also coming from a lower time frame, another key level, not lower time frame key level. We have a balanced price range here that price is coming from. Before price now presented another block at that level. Before price now presented this other block. So, and the price rejected to the upside. But this is not my concern now. Now, last week, what happened last week? You can see that price took the high of this candle, the high of this particular candle. Now, price took it and then closed inside. So, on the weekly. But price also closed bullish. So, on the weekly, I don't know. This rejection means price can decide to come all the way down to this low. And I'm indecisive on the weekly because this closure is more of a rejection but a bullish rejection. So now on the daily, you can see on the daily now we still have that same range. Price took the high of this candle. Now mind you, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is an inside candle. They are all inside candles to this big range candle. So Friday took the high of this candle and then the low is open, and Friday took it and closed below. So meaning we are way more likely to come to the range low of this candle, then for this other block before we might see potential push to the upside. So but I still don't have a valid bias on the daily. It's not like I execute the daily structure, but for more confidence. Now on the 4 hour now, what do I have? On the 4 hour, I have a bullish setup. Price is coming from this 4 hour FVG. And the price is coming from this 4 hour FVG. And then price presented another block at this level. And price delivered from that other block. And our price also made another break of structure to the upside and then printed another FVG on this level now. Price printed an FVG on this level, and price is yet to mitigate that particular one. So my anticipation now is for price to come all the way down to this FVG and then 15 minutes confirmation to the upside to continue higher prices, or price can still decide to, since the weekly and then the daily is indecisive for me, more like they are rejecting to the downside but still closed bullish. I'm not talking about the candles. Price can still decide to buy all the way up to take the previous week's high, a market also shift, break of structure on the 4 hour, and when price returns to a valid point of interest or area of interest, I will look for 15 minutes confirmation to take price down. So any of these scenarios that play, I'll be willing to execute. And mind you, if I don't get this steep of previous week's high and then price decides to close below the opening of this candle, that's a break of structure to the downside again for me to now, when price returns, to take price to the downside. So these are my scenarios on GBP USD. Now Euro USD now, we have a weekly zone here. So now, mind you, this price closed below the low of this candle, so it's signaling bear intentions. And again, this is the range high of that candle, this is the range low. And now price is yet to make a break of structure to the upside on the weekly. For the break of structure to be valid, price need to close above the opening of this candle. But what is price showing us here? Recently price closed above the high of this candle now, the high of this candle, so signaling bullish intentions, so bullish weekly. And then we have an FVG below this low, below here. Now on the daily price closed above the high of this candle. Price closed below the high of this candle. You can see price closed below the high of this candle, so meaning it's more like a rejection to the downside. For price, the candle still closed bullish, so it's kind of indecisive again. So bullish daily, bullish weekly, indecisive daily. And then on the 4 hour now, I still got the same scenario with GBP/USD. We have a 4 hour zone, and this 4 hour zone is valid because price is also coming from key levels, break of structure, FVG. So now price has already returned to this FVG, and the price should present a 15 minutes market maker buy model, a confirmation, and then I'll be looking to long this market. And then price can still also decide to come all the way up for a sweep, break of structure to the downside on the 4 hour, and when price returns to the other block or FVG, I'll be looking for confirmation of 15 minutes to take price down. And again, price can still decide to shoot down, close below the opening of the series of up close candles, and then when price returns to the other block or FVG, I'll be also looking to short. So any of these scenarios that plays, I'll be anticipating. But for now, I will stand in my, and yeah, mind you, this is already we're already on London key time. We're already on London key time, 2 o'clock, New York local time. So yeah, I'm more very, very active now. So currently waiting. If I'm to buy Euro USD, I'll wait for price to come and sweep these lows. This is first imitation of these lows, and then make a social shift. And when price returns, I'll be looking to continue to the upside. Same thing with GBP USD. If I'm to buy GBP USD as well, I'll wait for price to now come down to mitigate this FVG. Mind you, these levels have not been mitigated yet. To mitigate this FVG, the 4 hour FVG, I don't have it marked out now. And then market social shift, and when price returns, and then I'll be looking to join for a buy continuation. So that's it. And the reason why I'm picking this zone is, if you understand, you see that this high and this low, the entire range is a lower time frame key level. That's why. The same thing with Euro USD. This high and this low, the entire range is a lower time frame key level. So that's why. Okay, so we are currently out of key time. This is GBP USD. This is current price action. Price printed another block by closing above the series of down close candle, the opening of the series of down close candle. But then this is an invalid order block for me. Why? Because it's not coming from any key level. So what's still my anticipation on GBP USD? If I'm to continue longing, I'll wait for price to come and mitigate this FVG, 15 minutes confirmation, and then target this high. And then mind you, price can still decide to take this high, then close below the opening of this candle for a break of structure to the downside, and then I'll wait for price to come back and then write price down. So I'm anticipating any of these scenarios. Mind you, price can still create an FVG, and if price should print the FVG, then I will execute an FVG to the upside. So any of this is what I will be anticipating for GBP USD. So now Euro USD on the 4 hour now, you get to understand that okay, price is coming from this bullish FVG, and then price printed another block as well. So my anticipation, we are currently out of key time by the way, so my anticipation now is during New York key time, price to mitigate this order block for a continuation to the upside, or if GBP USD to take the highs, to take the previous week's high and then rejected for a break of structure to the downside, then it will be an SMT on these levels. And if price should close below the opening of this candle, if GBP USD brings an SMT, then I'll be shorting, looking for short continuations. So this is my little anticipation for for Euro USD as well. And then on the 15 minutes, okay, what key level is worthy of sponsoring? What key level is worthy for me to be looking for confirmations from on the lower time frame key level now on the 15 minutes? So on the 15 minutes, I'll be anticipating a continuation. Mind you, there's an FVG here. So there's a tiny FVG gap here and also another block here. So if price can come into and mitigate this FVG or even this other block, and then I'll be looking for confirmations to the upside. So this is what I have for now. Okay, so we are currently at New York key time, and then it's 7 a.m. New York local time, equivalent to 12 o'clock Nigerian time. So now this is GBP USD. Price is still not doing anything. Or we're anticipating price to come down to this level if I'm going to buy, just like I pointed out earlier. Come back to this level, 830. 830. So now, nothing much here. Then on Euro USD, mind you, price, okay, Euro USD now, price was coming from this level and then printed another block here. So but if you observe well, you can see that on Euro USD now, price is currently, there is a lower time frame key level here. I pointed it out earlier, but price did not respect it, you understand? So okay, so now price currently mitigated this lower time frame key level now. Why did I choose this particular key level now? Why did I choose this particular key level? I chose this particular key level because price mitigated this FVG, taking liquidity, printing another block, and the market structure shift here. Now price came all the way down to mitigate. This level is yet unmitigated. This level that printed this market structure shift with this candle is unmitigated. So price coming back to it now. If I can get a market structure shift to the upside for a bullish confirmation, a close above the high of these candles, and then when price returns to the series of down close candle, I'll be anticipating to enter the longs. But as well, price can also still decide to violate that zone and then come all the way down to make an extra sweep below these lows, and then a market structure shift when price returns to the other block, and then I'll be executing longs. So these are the things I'm looking out for. Whatever price does, I'll be responding in kind. Okay, so it's currently 9 a.m. New York local time. The 5 a.m. candle has already closed, and then the 9 a.m. candle opened. So GBP USD is still nothing, you know. But then on Euro USD, this is where the interesting thing is happening. So now Euro USD, if you look where you get to understand that, okay, price violated that bullish order block to tap into, mitigate this, the initial FVG. So now on the 15 minutes, price is doing something already. Mind you, price is coming from a lower time frame key level. This FVG as a whole is a lower time frame key level. So now coming to key time, price took this low, the first mitigation low. Price has already taken it. Let me make this thing small. Price took this low, and now, so price made a low and the high. If I can get a market social shift on these highs, then a closure above these highs, I'm waiting for price to return to the other block and then execute longs. So this is what I'll be anticipating on Euro USD. Of course, any further development, I'll also respond in kind. Okay, so we are currently out of key time. Even if there's any opportunity to short or long the market, it will be 30 minutes after key time, but we're currently out of key time. And then this is today's price action. GBP USD closed above the previous week's high. That's just it. No confirmation to longs because price did not come back here. And then on Euro USD as well, Euro USD, same thing. I was anticipating a long, but the long did not happen, so I'll be clearing. The long did not happen, so I'll be clearing all of these. But then I have something interesting right here. I have something interesting. So this long did not happen, and then it's no longer valid for me. This long is no longer valid, but something interesting happened from this key level now. I'll be deleting this. So I'll be waiting for confirmation to now short price, because GBP USD, mind you, took previous week's high. GBP USD taking previous week's high now, while Euro USD did not take any previous week's high. So it might be an SMT. Maybe GBP USD to give a break of structure to the downside later. I mean, Euro USD already breaking structure to the downside. So potentially we have an SMT on these highs. Potentially. So I'll be chilling out today and see how price develops tomorrow. But that said, this level now, this other block is yet to be valid. In my own time, based on the way I trade, this other block is yet to be valid, but I'm still going to mark it out so I can explain something. I'll just be standing by, no executions. So this other block now, when you go down to the 15 minutes, you find out something. You find out that this is the entire other block range. Mind you, if the SMT has already happened on GBP USD, then this other block would have been valid. But since price has not made any SMT to the break of structure to the downside yet, this is still a bullish price action. Yeah. So but for this other block now that is here, since it didn't take this high before this break of structure, it can only be valid if we had SMT, and then SMT is yet to be confirmed on GBP USD. But on the 15 minutes now, there's something interesting I want to point out. Mind you, within the range of this other block, price came all the way to mitigate this lower time frame key level, this internal other block here. Why does this count? This internal other block here. Why does this count? This counts because if you watch series of up close candle, there's another block here. Price mitigated it, delivered. This entire range too, price coming from another key level, printed on another block, left a little bit of liquidity here. So price took this high, and then if price to confirm a market structure shift on down on below the if price confirm a market structure shift by closing below the low of this candle, then this will be a confirmation for sales. But I won't be participating because there is no SMT yet. So hopefully tomorrow we get trade opportunities. Okay, so Euro USD, I got, after from what I explained on the last time, this sweep now happened, and then we had a market structure shift here. So this setup, this entire confirmation is valid, just that we didn't get any break of structure SMT to the downside yet. So 4 hour now, network. So on the 4 hour now, the reason why this setup is not valid is because this is not coming from any SMT or any sort. So there's no break of structure to the downside. The real break of structure will happen if price closes below the opening of this candle for a break of structure, or if price made SMT on GU. Since price took this high on GU and then made a break of structure to the downside, then this would have been valid regardless of the confirmation. But let's see how it goes. Okay, so it's Tuesday. It's another day today again, and then you can see what price is doing. Price is kind of playing around, but I'm not interested in any of this price action. I'm not buying from any of this zone. I'm not interested in any of this price action. What I'm kind of looking out for is price to, make a break of structure to the downside, and then I'll be anticipating price to come back and short price. But if price can come all the way down into this zone without creating a break of structure to the downside, then I'll be looking to buy. This is for GBP USD. Now Euro USD again. Okay. Mind you, yesterday I got a confirmation to sell, but the structure was not allowing it yet. So this is how the setup is. Mind you, I almost executed this, not like almost. I kind of executed this, but then I also closed. I'm closing because the confirmation was valid, but then it still goes against a couple of my rules. So I shouldn't be looking for shorts at these levels at all. I shouldn't be looking for shorts. That is the reason why I closed at, I won't say break even because I still closed it before. I still closed it near to entry, but my mistake was executing it in the first place when I knew that, okay, it's not my plan yet. So I still need to be working on my discipline. We are about a couple of minutes before London key time. So on the 15 minutes, there's nothing much I'm waiting for. All I'm waiting for is price to, if I'm to continue buying, is price to come all the way down. Confirmation to the upside from this level, and then I'll buy. But looking at it this morning, I don't think I'm going to have any setups on London. You might be asking why. Why is because I don't see myself. I don't see price selling all the way down here to print a confirmation without printing a break or to the downside. And then on Euro USD as well, this is the one that has my interest. Okay, so on Euro USD, mind you, we are still in a bullish range. No break of to the downside yet. So if I get Euro USD safe, if I get this, I'm longing. No short against this price. In structure has not allowed for my shorts. If I can get a sweep below these lows within key time, and I get a market social shift above the most recent high, when price returns to the other block or FVG, I'll be longing like this. So I'm only interested in Euro USD today. GBP USD can no zone for me to execute on GBP USD. And if you're wondering the zone I want to execute on Euro USD, it's simply this FVG, this forward bullish FVG. So that's just it. Nothing much on GBP USD. So, but I want to point out something. On GBP USD, you can see we have another block here. But why am I not executing this other block? This other block is coming from a key level, from another other block, yes. But then this other block now, it's not coming from anywhere. It's more of SMT. You get? I don't execute key levels that are not coming from any key level, so that is why. Okay, it's currently 2 a.m. New York local time. Then this is the price action I have on GBP USD. Mind you, if GBP USD continues this consolidation buy that is performing, I'm not going to be touching it at all, like at all, until maybe you have an expansion and then price prints an FVG, and then from that FVG I cannot continue. But if it's another block, I don't execute other blocks that are not coming from any key level. So GBP USD, nothing much, unless price decides to get to this level. On Euro USD now, the one that has my interest, you can see I already set alert. So now, what am I anticipating on Euro USD? Longs. I'm anticipating longs, and that's nothing. So on the 15 minutes now, this is what I'll be waiting for. Okay. We are currently at key time, London key time. So I will be anticipating price to come take these lows, and then market social shift, and when price returns to the other block, or now for a 3-hour target. Simple. So this is my plan. If this does not happen, I'll be standing by, and then I'll wait for the price action. Okay, so we are currently out of key time. GBP USD, nothing much still. So price is still doing its thing. I'm not interested in anything price is doing here, unless price closes below the opening of this candle for a break of social to the downside. Then I will change my bullish from buyers to selling. Now I'm on Euro USD. Euro USD 15 minutes now. Okay, Euro USD, first of all, price is still doing its thing, being choppy inside of the FVG. Now on the 15 minutes, you get to see that First of all, price is coming from a lower time frame key level now. Another block, valid other block. So this is more like of a liquidity sweep. Price did not close above this high, so there was no market structure shift. I had this position in place so that if price closes above the high, then it will be easier for me to just enter the setup for a long continuation. But price did not provide that, so it is what it is. So now I'll be chilling out for New York key time. I'll be chilling out for New York. This position, these longs, things I'll be expecting in New York, for price to print a market structure shift from 6:45 to 7 o'clock New York local time, and then I will enter for a long confirmation. If price should print a market structure shift outside of New York, outside of key time, I'm not entering. Or price should make another sweep on this level, and then the market structure shift, all of these things will be happening within New York key time. When price returns to the other block, I'm willing to buy. So now we'll just be chilling out to see how price develops and then respond in kind. Mind you, I'm not in this position. Okay, so we are currently at New York key time. It's 7 a.m. New York local time, equivalently 12 o'clock p.m. Nigerian time. So GBP USD is still playing around. Nothing much on this pair. Now on Euro USD, the one that has my attention. Why did my brightness lower? Well, okay, so this is what Euro USD is doing. Euro USD is still reacting from this FVG. So now I'm going down to the 50 minutes. Let's see. I'm not in this position. I just had it marked out. You can remember I had it marked out since London because I was anticipating maybe price will print it. Then if you look well, you understand that, okay, price took this low, this particular low. Now price took it within key time 4 o'clock. And then mind you, I was saying that I will buy if price should present a market maker buy model to do a market structure shift within key time. So if this candle should close above this high, that will be a market structure shift, and then I'll be anticipating to, if price returns to this other block, to long price action. So this is simply what I'm looking out for on Euro USD. Mind you, I'm not, let me adjust this well. I'm not in this 386. I'm not in this, so I'll be standing by. Hopefully, if this closes above, if price, maybe not this candle, but if price to close above the high of this candle, then my stop has already formed. I will now be waiting to join and then see if price can deliver to my target. So this is what I'll be watching out for on Euro USD. Okay, so we are still in New York key time, but it's currently the 9 a.m. candle has already opened. So the 5 a.m. candle closed. It's currently 9 a.m. New York local time, equivalent 2 p.m. Nigerian time. So this is the 9 a.m. candle. It has already opened. As you can see, it has already opened. So still nothing yet on GBP USD. Mind you, I'm not interested in this price action since morning. Has been elaborating that even if I'm interested, I would have waited for price to close below the opening of this candle for a breakout to the downside. Then when price returns to it, I will short, but price just made a sweep. Now on Euro USD, the one I actually have a position at, you can see Euro USD, okay, 4 hours first. You can see Euro USD 4 hours now. Price is still within this FVG, and you can tell price is, price is now starting to give valid confirmation to the upside, I believe. So now on the 15 minutes, what happened on the 15 minutes now? On the 15 minutes, price gave confirmation. Mind you, this confirmation price gave it, and then price kind of played around the sell position before. This is the 9 a.m. candle though. Price kind of played around, and now price is still doing its thing. So hopefully I'll just chill out to see how price develops, and hopefully we get price gets to meet our target on this one. So fingers crossed. Now we wait. I cannot be able to do anything again on GBP USD or Euro USD since structure is not allowing, and I already have an entry on Euro USD. So let's just see how it goes. Okay, so we are currently out of key time. This is GBP USD. Meanwhile, it's 13 o'clock p.m. New York local time, equivalent to 6 p.m. Nigerian time. So price GBP/USD price be playing around. No expansion. Price just playing around. I don't have any business with GBP/USD today. So now Euro/USD, mind you, price is still consolidating. You can see price mitigated valid entry and it's still playing around. Even the 9 a.m. candle closing in decisively. Only 15 minutes now. You remember this setup I got into, price has still been playing around. But unfortunately I cannot close because it's against my rule. I have to hold until win or lose any of them. So let's see how it goes. That's all for today, hopefully. I'm no longer interested in today's market because we are out of key time. So until tomorrow, but we'll still be monitoring this trade and then see how it plays out. Okay, today is Wednesday. This is GBP/USD. We are 24 minutes. We are 24 minutes to key time, and then price is just playing around with no clear structure. You see, no clear structure at all on GBP/USD. Not so much. So now, I don't have anything yet on GBP/USD. Now Euro/USD. Price still playing around. Price has been consolidating since yesterday that I got that entry. And it's now very close to our stop loss, which is still okay. Price is still playing around. So now, on the 15 minutes, something worth noting. I checked out yesterday and then I figured out that this candle that printed a market social shift was due to news. A news was released the same time this candle was printing. I don't know, something Iran, that sort of news. So, I don't know yet. I will still be looking forward testing when candles that are printed of news, how they behave and then how market turns out. So regardless, this is entirely a valid setup for me. So in 15 minutes now, what am I still anticipating? I'm still anticipating bullish move unless price says otherwise. Even if this position loses, I'll still be waiting for. If this position should lose, I'll still be waiting for price to take this play again, print a market social shift, and I will still enter under buy to the upside. Unless price does a break or to the downside, then I will switch from bullish to bearish. So even if I lose this particular position now, I'm still buying again when price confirms its actions again. So that is it for this one. Nothing much. Now I wait. Okay, so we are currently out of key time, about 30 minutes out. I was busy at the time, so I could not record anything. So this is GBP/USD, still nothing. And I don't know, I will still verify this later, but there's a spike here. I don't know, maybe it's because of just normal market volatility or news induced, but it's yet to take this high. I wonder what Euro/USD is doing. I'll still they play around. Imagine Euro/USD, nothing much. Okay, so on Euro/USD, same thing. Just that now price has, after playing around the SL level, price is now above structure, but let's see how it goes. Okay, price now took this particular high. I don't know, like I mentioned before, I don't know if this high is news induced or maybe just normal market volatility. I will confirm later, and let me see how this is looking on the 15 minutes time frame of execution. Just a single spike. Meanwhile, still nothing much. I'll be waiting for New York key time, which is 7 o'clock New York local time, and then respond to price action. But then my little anticipation now on GBP/USD. I still don't have anything I'm looking out for yet. Why? You already know why, because this entire zone is not coming from any valid key level. So GBP/USD does not have my interest unless GBP/USD prints an FVG, and then I'll be looking for long continuation from the FVG if. So now on Euro/USD, what will I be anticipating? If price should continue with this bull intention now, I don't know why, but if price should continue, then mind you, this low now did not take this low. So meaning this two is series of down close candle. If price can close above the opening of the candle, that will be a break of structure on the upside, a BOS, and then I'll be looking for price to come down. And then if price should close above this, if the 5 a.m. candle should close above this, then I will be anticipating price to return to it and then enter on the 15 minutes to see if I can get any possible continuation to the upside. This is just simply what I'll be anticipating. Okay, so we are currently at New York key time. It's 7 a.m. New York local time. This is GBP USD. Still nothing much. The only event I'm kind of looking forward to is the 8:30 New York local time news that's scheduled to happen today. Aside from that, nothing much. And then on Euro USD, price is back to drawdown. So this is the structure we are having. Mind you, price has just been playing around like a psychopath. Well, I'm just waiting for either a loss or a win. Which of them that happens, I'll know that, yeah, this is what price delivered. So mind you, we have a news event happening by 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time, equivalent to 8:30 EST. So the news is kind of the only thing I'm anticipating alongside the outcome of this trade, because man, I've been in this setup since 7:15 New York local time yesterday, and if this candle closes, the next candle makes it a full 24 hours. You get? So me too, I'm tired of holding. I'm not built for trades like this. I don't know, I just wish I miss the days SL hits within an hour or max 2 to 3 hours of executing a trade if you are wrong. I don't know why price will be playing around like this so much, but whatever happens, I'll be waiting. Alright, so it's the 1:30 news has already happened, and then you can feel the excitement in my voice. Price is finally making a move. As you can see, GBP USD is very, very impulsive. Even if when the 9 a.m. candle opens, which is in about 30 minutes time, in about 18 minutes time, I am not still interested in GBP USD. Why? Mind you, I said I will only be interested if it creates an FVG, because from this low of this price action to this point now is against my plan. So until an FVG is created, and then I'll be looking for continuation. So now Euro USD Euro USD finally delivered, guys, on the 4 hour now. This is Euro USD's price action, still within the range of last week's high and last week's low. Mind you, GBP USD has already taken that particular range. So now what am I anticipating on Euro USD? Mind you, this is the lowest low of this internal range. This low did not sweep this low. So this lowest low now, if price should close above the opening of this candle here, this particular candle, let me point it out. If price should close above the opening of this candle, then I'll be waiting for price to return and print a market maker buy model, a long confirmation, and then continue riding price to the upside. That depends. So now in the 15 minutes, the setup I had for like 2 days now, it finally delivered, man. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I was even anticipating it to be a loss, but yeah, it is what it is. Price did its thing, and I'm so glad. Okay, so this is it for this one. The 5 a.m. candle has already closed, and then the 9 a.m. candle has opened as well. So you can see GBP USD, I'm not interested in this price action unless maybe tomorrow price prints, or let's price print an FVG for continuation. So now in Euro USD, you can tell price has already made that break of structure to the upside as well. Yeah, closing above the opening of that candle. So now in the 15 minutes, I will be anticipating for price to wait. So my anticipations now, I have a lower time frame key level that is not directly in the path of this higher time frame of this 4 hour key level. But what I'm anticipating is for price to make a liquidity sweep without closing below this FVG, but price to be enough to tag this key level without closing below the opening of this FVG, more like a rejection. And if price should print a market structure shift, I'll be willing for a continuation to the upside, because then it will be a complete market maker buy model, ICT market maker buy model. So mind you, I would love for, even if price is, if I'm to continue longs, I would love for price to visit this lower time frame key level, mitigate it, and then not close below this FVG, but also tap in here. Let me set my alert on this level as well, 63. So this is what I'm anticipating on Euro USD. If this does not happen, then I'm chilling out until tomorrow again. Okay, so GBP USD, the 9 o'clock AM candle has already closed. We are officially out of key time for today, so no more opportunities. But if you look well, you understand that price closed with a break of sort to the downside. Price took this high, closed below the series of up close candle. So here is another block, break of sort to the downside, other block for potential sell. So now I'm no longer anticipating buys on Euro USD as well. You can see what price did. So mind you, this here is an SMT with GBP USD, because GBP USD took previous week's high, but Euro USD didn't. So we have SMTs on these highs, and also just like GBP USD, Euro USD also closed below the opening of the up close candles. So here now is another block to the downside. So tomorrow this is no longer valid. So tomorrow I'll be anticipating longs. I'll be anticipating sells on both pairs. Well, let's see how it goes. This is me signing out for the day. Okay, it's a new day again today. Today is Thursday, and then this is GBP USD daily time frame. This is what it looks like. Daily, currently rejecting. And then this is how Euro USD look as well. So, but on GBP USD first, not too much on the daily. You know, I profile the 4 hour and then execute on the 15 minutes. So this is what the 4 hours is looking like right now. As you can see, this is no longer required because price has shifted bearish on the 4 hours. So I'm no longer interested in buys. I'm not looking out for sales. So price also left an FVG in line with the other block he printed yesterday. So now going down to 15 minutes now. What's my anticipation? On the 15 minutes time frame now, this is the FVG now, and I'm not interested in this FVG at all because there's no lower time frame key level within the range of this FVG. And then when you get to think about this other block is not coming from another key level, so it's invalid to me. You get, so this other block now is invalid to me, and this FVG as well. The only reason why we execute this FVG is, if you look here, if you look at this point, you see that we have a tiny FVG here, but it's mitigated. Price has already mitigated it. So if price can come all the way up to mitigate, to print a sell confirmation, a ICT market maker sell model within the range of this FVG now, that is when I'm selling. But if price should overshoot it, I'll come to this other block, then I'm not selling. But the zone I'm actively anticipating that, okay, I'll be very, very comfortable executing from is this zone or this zone here. That is on the 15 minutes. So now going down to Euro USD 4 hour. This is what price is doing. Mind you, price just immediately reached target and then started rejecting. Beautiful price action, by the way. In as it took long to deliver, but it is what it is. Imagine holding, to the top. This is why you also have to follow your plan and then trust the process. If I was like, okay, I've stayed too long in this trade, when price comes, our price should be able to attack this point, then this trade would have been a losing trade. You get. So, but now on the 4 hour, price was separated an FVG. But what happened here? Price printed this FVG and then failed to deliver this candle, failed to close below the opening of this candle. So there was no other block here. Now going on to the 15 minutes now. You can see that 15 minutes has a lower time frame key level in respect to that FVG. So I'll be anticipating a sell. I'll be anticipating a sell from within key time though. Price should mitigate this lower time frame key level, mitigating this FVG as well, printing a market structure shifts, and then when price returns to the other block, a complete market maker sell model would have been printed for a confirmation. So that is what I'm anticipating. Or, as you can tell, mind you, this is the opening of the other block here. But look at the series of up close candles. This series of up close candles before price close below it is another block. So if that FVG should not hold, that lower time frame FVG, then I'll be anticipating price to come all the way up, as long as it has mitigated this 4-hour order block now. Any part of this range that price prints the confirmation is accepted, simply because this entire series of up close candle before and that price close below is another block on itself. That is the reason why I'm not speaking. Even if price prints the confirmation from this invalid other block, I will still be executing. Why? Because it's a product of the valid order block here. So I'll be waiting for price to do its come in, do its thing. Price can probably mitigate this particular lower time frame level now, and then continue. So this is all I'm looking out for on Euro USD. I'm going to mark this entire range so that it's very, very much visible. Okay, so we are currently at London key time. Urgently waiting for my levels to be triggered. So now in 15 minutes, GBP USD, nothing much for now. Price came close, but not yet. And Euro USD as well. Nothing much for now, so I'm still standing by. Okay, so we are currently out of key time. The 5 a.m. the 1 a.m. candle has closed, and it's 5 a.m. local time. Out of London key time, and then this is what GBP USD did. Mind you, price printed another block, but this other block is not coming from any key level, so I'm not interested in it. The only reason why I will leave this FVG and other block zone is if price should print an FVG, and then I will execute the FVG. Price kind of made an SMT with this level on Euro USD, so my bias on Euro GBP USD is still waiting for price to come all the way up to this 15-minute zone, and then see how it goes from there. Now on Euro USD after coming from this FVG printed an order block, so this is no longer valid. Price printed another block, so I'll be waiting during New York key time for price to come all the way up to this other block. Mind you, this other block now, why is it valid? Price took a high and printed this other block, so if price should return to this other block, it is very, very much valid. So all I'm doing now is chilling out for New York key time, 7 a.m. and then when that time comes, if price returns to this other block, maybe price should do its thing. If price should return to the other block and print my confirmation, then I will be executing shorts. Mind you, price can still decide to come all the way down, come all the way up to these other lower time frame key levels, and then deliver from there. So still fingers crossed. I'm anticipating to see how price plays out. Okay, so it's currently 7 a.m. New York local time. We are at New York key time right now. So GBP USD, you see price bought all the way. Price bought all the way up here, yet to mitigate these zones. So I have nothing on GBP USD unless price gives confirmation from this end, from this FVG now, and then I'll look for short continuations. Mind you, if this current candle should close above the opening of the series of down close candle, I'll be shifting my bias from bearish to bullish, and then I'll be anticipating bull continuation if that happens. But if that does not happen, then confirmation from this end, I will send price downwards. Now on Euro USD now, you can see that, okay, price violated this other block that was printed immediately the 1 a.m. candle closed. also violating this FVG, and price is reacting off of the other block from yesterday. So my bias is now to wait for price to confirm structure, and I'll be sending it downwards. If price should still close above the series of down close candle, this right here will be another block, and then I'll be anticipating if price comes down to this level, 15 minutes confirmation, and I'll be buying. But if that does not happen, then I'm still bearish. So now anticipating, and mind you, we have 1:30 news, 8:30 news EST. So that is still what I'm anticipating. Now GBP USD on the 15 minutes, this is no longer valid. This as well. Mind you, price is reacting off of the 4-hour order block now. Inside of this key level, 15 minutes key level, like I mentioned before, series of, why is this key level so big? Because it's a series of up close candles before price closed below it. So this is a valid order block. I'm not particularly thinking of looking at the candles that close below it, but this series of up close candles, as long as price close below it, is another block. So it's a valid key level for me. Now the confirmation I'll be waiting for is now for price to come, take this high, give me a microstructure shift to the downside, and when price returns to the other block, I'll be anticipating more bear continuation. If this does not happen, then I'll be standing by. Okay, so Euro USD now, price has printed a confirmation, but I will not be executing this because the 8:30 news is 30 minutes away to happen, and I don't execute any trade within news window. So I will just chill out for the news to do its thing, and then see what happens from there. So this setup now, I won't be executing it until after news. Nothing yet on GBP USD. Price still playing around. It has not come to my level yet. Okay, so the 5 a.m. candle has closed, and then the 9 a.m. candle has already opened. It's currently 2 p.m. Nigerian time, equivalent to 9 a.m. New York local time. So as you can see, GBP USD now, I'm no longer looking for sales. Why? Price made a fresh break of structure here. So now I'm anticipating bull continuation. So now going down to the 15 minutes, this is the levels I have. I'll be anticipating price to come all the way down, to this level, and then mitigate the lower time frame key level, a market structure shift, and then I'll be interested in buying when price returns to the other block. This lower time frame key level can also extend to this series of bank close candle before price closed above it. So it's still a valid confirmation for me if price gets to that point. Now on Euro USD 4 hours, same thing. I'm now bullish like I indicated earlier. If price did a break of success to the upside here, I'll be buying. Mind you, price took liquidity here. If price should return to this level, it's a good confirmation to continue price to the upside. So I'm no longer interested in the sales now. Now on the 15 minutes, same thing. Okay, I was anticipating this, but I showed out because of news. So news reached the target and then delivered. So this setup, I didn't take it, but I marked it out because I was anticipating that the news will not be effective, but it was effective. So now, what I'm anticipating now on Euro USD as well is, I don't think price is going to come and take this low. But if I'm to buy, I would love for price to come all the way down to take this low, inside this lower different key level as well. And when price shifts structure to the upside, I'll be anticipating a buy from the other block. If this does not happen, then I'll be chilling out as well. But my interest is more on GBP USD. So I'll be setting a lot on this one. And then hopefully, price plays, the probability lies in our favor. Okay, so we are currently out of key time. And then this is what I have on GBP USD. Nothing much. I didn't find any confirmation to buy. So I didn't find any confirmation to buy. I'm chilling out until tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, and also the last trading day for the week. So now on Euro USD, same thing. Nothing much again. I didn't find any buy opportunities on Euro USD as well. So I'm still shelling for further price development. Hopefully tomorrow we might see something to what risking. So yeah, that's it for this one. Okay, so today is Friday, 14th of August. We are currently at London key time. It's 7 a.m. We are 10 minutes past London key time, but it's all good. So the reason why I was not in such a hurry to be in the market is because there's nothing to be at. As you can see, price is reacting off of this current bull or other block, and then price is still delivering from it after I didn't get an entry yesterday, so price is still delivering from it now. So meaning even if I want to buy, I have to wait all the way for price to come down to this low, sweep it, and then give another structure, which is probably very unlikely. The only thing I can do now is if price should close above this bear candle now, it means okay, we have a continuation point of interest. We might have a continuation point of interest, or price can still decide to price can still decide to close above the bear candle for another order block to the upside. So now going down to the 15 minutes now, you can see the reason why I'm not interested in GBPUSD is there is no, aside from this lower time frame key level here, there is no other lower time frame key level that even if price returns to this point that I'm willing to buy from. You understand? So that is the reason why I'm not even bothering myself today, or not just today, more like now. So that is it. On Euro USD 4 hour, same thing, price reacting off of this lower time frame key level now, and price is delivering to the upside. I'll be interested if price should close above the opening of this candle. If the 1 a.m. candle to close above the opening of this candle, then by New York, if price retraces, I will see if I can get any confirmation to continue price to the upside. So that said, now in the 15 minutes, if price should happen to return to these zones, then I'll be anticipating that price should react off, this FVG for a buy continuation, but it's very unlikely that price is going to return to this zone. Mind you, nothing is impossible in this market, but I will be interested in buys if price to come clear this zone, clear this low, and then mitigate this lower time frame FVG, and then Brent more like price to come all the way down, clearing these lows to tap into this lower time frame FVG, and then a confirmation to continue buying. But if that does not happen, then I'm chilling out for price to close above the opening of the candle, and then see if I can get any zones during New York. So that is that for now. Nothing much again. Okay, we are currently out of key time, and then the 1 o'clock a.m. candle has already closed. As you can see, respecting this other break of structure to the upside yesterday, price also gave another break of structure. So this simply means that if price returns to this level, I'll be anticipating a buy. I've not done any lower time frame analysis yet, but this is what I'm looking out for. So we are now waiting for New York to see if we can get any opportunities. Now on Euro USD, same thing. You can see a break of structure coming from this break of structure. Price also closed above. So if price gets to come back to this level, we'll now be anticipating a buy continuation. Let me even go down to the 15 minutes and see if I can map out any zones. Okay, this will now be anticipating 7 a.m. New York local time. The same thing on GBPUSD as well. Anticipating 7 a.m. New York local time. Okay, so now on GBPUSD, if I'm to buy, I would love for price to come down to this. This other block is not coming from any zone. This one is coming from this one. This one as well. Okay, so a sweep on this low here. FVG, other block, and then there is nothing here at all. So if I'm willing to buy, I'll wait for price to come all the way down to this other block, this one right here, for a buy continuation. I'm no longer interested in these ones because these other blocks are not coming from any other zone. But I will come down and then do the analysis during New York to see how it goes. On Euro USD as well, if I'm to buy, I'll be looking out for, okay, so price was coming all the way. Series of down close candle, price closed above it here. So closing above it here, what level do I have? So okay, on Euro USD now, if price should mitigate this zone at all, I'll be looking for a confirmation, because this entire zone on itself is a break of such, another block you get. So another block that is also coming from another block that is coming from another key level. So that zone on itself, if price should come on Euro USD now, if price should during New York key time, you get come to mitigate this, I will buy and I will not be looking out for any lower time frame key level, because this series of down close candle that price closed above here is another block on itself. So in market structure shift and then return of other block, I will be anticipating a long continuation on Euro USD. But on GBP USD, I cannot say the same thing, because price made down close candle, closed above it. Yeah, price has already run away from this place. So on GBP USD, I'm waiting for this zone. Which zone again? Okay, so we have the sweep here. I'm waiting for this zone, this other block here for a continuation. But on Real USD, I'll be anticipating a continuation from that particular zone immediately. So this is what I have for now. Okay, so it's New York key time, and then this is price action right now. Nothing much. Price is yet to come to my level, so I'm still chilling. On GBP USD, same thing. GBP USD, same thing. Price is still expanding to the upside, yet to come to our zone. If price will leave this FVG, then I will reanalyze and then see if I can get any lower time frame levels for a bull continuation. Okay, so it's currently 9 a.m. New York local time. The 5 a.m. candle has already closed, and they left an FVG. So on GBP USD now, going down to the 15 minutes. What I'll be waiting for now is I'll be anticipating. Okay, this is the FVG, 4-hour FVG. I'll be anticipating price to come down to this FVG and then continue from any of these 15 minutes FVG. These inner FVGs are where I'll be anticipating my long continuation from. So I'll simply be waiting for price to come all the way down to mitigate either this FVG or this one below. Any of them that prints confirmation. Then I'll be looking for a long continuation. On Euro USD, same thing. Price is almost at previous week's high. As you can tell, price is almost at previous week's high. So now on Euro USD now, same thing. The 9 a.m. candle left an FVG behind. So now going down to the 15 minutes, what I'm anticipating, I'm anticipating for price to come all the way down, take this low that is inside of this FVG, price to either continue from this FVG or the one below, and then I will wait for a fresh market maker buy model to continue to the upside. So I'm not rushing it because today is also Friday, just chilling out and anticipating. Okay, so GBP USD, we are currently out of key time, and also I'm no longer interested in any price action that is going to happen now, until next week. So you can see price is not returned to any of my levels before doing this thing. So effectively I did not have any setups on GBP USD this week. Now Euro USD 4 hours, same thing. You can understand that, okay, price did not give any confirmation, and mind you, price has also taken the previous week's high, more like a rejection, but it's okay as well. So this is practically the end of the trading week. I'll be doing my weekly trade review tomorrow, and then YouTube video coming up as well. So come on, thank God for this week. One trade this week, and it's also a win.